Starting in a minute, guys. Turn that down a bit. All right. Won't be long, guys. Give me a second. All right. What a fucked up weekend. Hold on, let me turn this down a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna get to the fucking elephant in the room in a little bit. Let me get through some good stuff. Let me talk about the fights that actually fucking mattered first. Then we'll talk about the bullshit. And then we'll talk about what we can watch next week. If you guys got any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll address them as we go. Just remember, there is a bit of a time delay, and I delete this after 48 hours. So, it's up here for 2 days. Share the fucking thing. I'm not asking you for fucking money, although that'd be nice. Just share the fucking thing. If you're watching this, I should see a share on your fucking page. It is Facebook. You can't fucking hide from me. I see you there. Alright. That being said, guys, there were some fucking good fights. And there was some fucking positivity to talk about. So, first up, last Thursday in Japan. Most of you were off to work. I stayed up till 5:30 in the morning, all the way till like 7:30, and then I went to bed. I slept a couple hours. Fantastic fight in Japan. I have no idea why they didn't do it in the afternoon so it would play at night here. It's a global market. I really don't get it, but I mean, they did their thing. The two main fights I'd want to talk about is Nordine Ubali. He's the WBC bantamweight champ. I just like the kid. He's blood and guts. He's old school. He's a bantamweight. They get no love, but trust me, he's fun to watch. I'm hoping they bring him over here. He's a Frenchman from France, so we can maybe do some work. You never know. He'd be fun. Bottom line is, he'd be fun to watch. Nonito Donaire, Naoya Inoue. Wow. Listen, I have to apologize to Nonito Donaire because I was talking a little bit like he was washed up. I didn't have a lot of faith in him. That was a really competitive fight. I'll say this. If this is going to be his last fight in boxing, god damn, that's a good fight to fucking hang your hat on. Just heart. He took a massive body shot and fucking kept fighting. Really touchy-feely stuff on his Instagram with him sharing the fucking trophy with his kids. He asked Naoya Inoue to bring the trophy home to his children even though he lost. Because he promised his sons he would show them the trophy. Man. Men. Fucking real men in this sport. Gentlemen. You know, all that love and positivity on a Thursday kind of went out the fucking window, though. Alright. Real quick. Friday in Germany. There was a few fights. There was a few interesting fights, I won't lie. But the main thing I wanted to pull away from this is I wanted to watch Tervel Pulev. Tervel Pulev is just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say anymore. Both Pulevs, just, you know what, there's going to be enough negativity on this fucking one, I'm just going to skip ahead. Let's go to Fresno, California. Friday. This is, for me, and what I don't understand this, because Americans used to be just crazy patriotic and less self-involved. And I feel social media is getting the better of everyone. I feel like things are only talked about today if they're polarizing. So if people are fucking dead set against something or all for something. That being said, it's Veterans Month. It's Veterans Week. They had a legit veteran defending his title against an undefeated fighter. It was ESPN uniting Top Rank and Golden Boy for a fight that ordinarily wouldn't happen. Beautiful fucking fight. Roach Jr. is just a hell of a fighter. Just wasn't his time yet. He didn't lose. It just wasn't his time yet. Jamil Herring is the champ we deserve. Semper Fi. Fucking ex-Marine. Like, how do you not talk about this guy? How's this guy not getting more press? He should have got all the press. Veterans Week in the States. He's fighting for veterans. They raised money for veterans. He pulled up to the ring in a fucking Hummer. There is fucking nothing out there about it. Fucking shame. Real fucking shame. Jamil Herring, man. I'll say it because it'll stir the pot, but if Jamil Herring was white, you better believe that shit would be fucking playing across everywhere. Some bullshit. Some real fucking bullshit. On that card, Kubrat Pulev looked like shit, like I said. I don't want to fucking... Okay, I don't want to say he looked like shit, but he's starting to look old, man. Jenny Beck... Fuck, I'm not even going to try and say this kid's last name, okay? Kazakhstani kid. He fought Albert Anolus, for those of you who are wondering. Albert's the guy that fought Volny, that fought Francis Lafreniere. Jenny Beck's only 7-0, now 8-0. And it was a TKO finish. And, yeah, I don't... Maybe Albert can fight one more time at home, but if he's going to look like that again, I don't want to see him out there too long. Jenny Beck's a fucking killer. He's the WBC Continental middleweight champ at the moment. So, pay attention, folks. Jenny Beck. Let's try and say his name. Yeah, no, okay, I'm not even going to try. But, listen. Look into him. He was on the card, on the ESPN card on Friday. He was on the undercard of Jamil Herring, Lamont Roach, Jenny Beck. Really interesting fighter. Also on there, making his return, Amir Iman. At welterweight. Just want to point that out. If you know the young master, he was a very interesting prospect. He took a couple losses, kind of fell off. Looks like he's back on his horse now. Good stuff from him. Fuck, here we go. Okay. Let's talk about the Los Angeles card. We'll get the real fights out of the way, and then we'll talk about the bullshit. Rashat Mati. He's 4-0 now. He's a super welterweight. They call him the Albanian Bear. Look into him, folks. He fought on the undercard. I know most of you didn't watch it, but trust me, he's a hell of a prospect. Super middleweight Nikita Adabi fought Jonathan Batista. This hurts me because Batista showed up overweight. So he went home with $4,800. I'm just putting that into perspective for you. He's the least paid fighter of this entire card. It's a big card. $4,800. It's nothing to sneeze at. That's some good money out our way. But, especially for a guy who's 19 and 15. Okay? So I'm not trying to shit on him, but it is what it is. $4,800 is really good money in this sport for a guy with that record. Let's skip that. Diego Pachenko. I like this kid. He's a super middleweight. He's only 6-0. But he did some solid work on there. Definitely somebody to look into. Also making his return, super bantamweight, Ronnie Rios had a beautiful fight. If you know Ronnie Rios, or if you don't know him, look into him, please. Hell of a fight. Billy Joe looked like his nose was congested for, I'd say about 10.5 rounds. But 11th round did the trick. Monster uppercut. You know, he's a super middleweight. I don't think this makes everybody want him to fight Canelo. But if I was Canelo, yeah, I'd come down and fight him. It doesn't matter who Canelo fights. He gets paid the same amount. That's what you guys got to understand. So, Canelo's driving the bus. That's the truth. When you're commanding that type of fucking money, he's driving the bus. And if he wants to fight Billy Joe, he will. So despite it not being a fan-pleasing fight, I think it might actually fucking happen. Hold on, let me skip this fucking song. It's old. Where am I? Alright. Let me go back. Okay, so also, Devin Haney. Just, he looked great. He looked great. Izzy, you know, because they got him as the interim champ right now. And they kept fucking making Lomachenko comments. Listen, if I was part of his team, I'd relax with the whole Lomachenko thing. Lomachenko's an older guy, and he's probably going to move up in weight. Devin Haney has plenty of time to dominate the game. He's a young fighter. Just a really interesting kid. You know, he's 20 years old. He's 24-0 with 15 knockouts. Okay? That's just fucking beautiful stuff. He's got a beautiful team behind him. Listen, he walks around with Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford. He's got the best uncles in the game. So, Devin Haney's definitely somebody you can hang your hat on for the future, but I think they need to pump the fucking brakes when it comes to him fighting Lomachenko. I understand everybody wants to fucking make money in this fucking sport, but there's no point to fucking rush this shit. Alright. The bullshit. Let's get on with the bullshit. Need a big haul for that one. A guy named KSI. His real name is African, and I don't want to disrespect him, but it's Obrujalawi Williams something with an O again. He fought Logan Paul. Logan Paul looks like the guy that, you know, just, I don't know, man. He looks like the bad guy from the Nerds movie, you know? He just looks like the college freshman that, you know, pantses the fucking nerd at school. KSI, I don't know anything about these guys. My 11-year-old nieces could fill you guys in, because that's the fucking demographic we're dealing with. I got a problem with this fight on a few levels. Not because they fought. They trained. They can fight. I have no problem with them fighting. I got a massive issue with them main eventing. Okay? Guys fight their entire careers to main event a fucking event. To hold down the fucking Staples Center. And these guys walk in and fucking do it. That's how it is. Then, I got a problem with them each making $900K. For fuck's sakes, they should be paying us. They should have been paying Matchroom to fucking fight. Okay? They should have been donating their money to charity or something. Why the fuck? Both of these guys, by the way, went to private school. Both of these guys come from rich parents. Both of these guys started a YouTube channel and basically do pranks and talk about video games. Okay? They have accountants handling their affairs. Okay? There's a team behind them that handles SEOs and AdSense and AdWords. They're a fucking enterprise of social media nonsense. Okay? They are not self-made geniuses or self-made social media marketing fucking geniuses. No, they're just two rich assholes with too much time. That's why they should have fucking paid to fight. Fucking Charlo paid for Patrick Day's funeral. Patrick Day's family couldn't afford a fucking funeral. Fucking GoFundMe pages. Pisses me to fuck off. Like, is everyone fucking retarded? These motherfuckers should have paid us. How the fuck do they get to walk into the sport? Command that kind of fucking respect. Who the fuck? Fucking Eddie Hearn. You fucking dick licker. Fucking couple subscribers. That's what you wanted. Somebody to give you $11. Guess what? They're fucking canceling. The ones that paid, they're not fucking watching again. Fucking WWE fucking fans. What the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, we're trying to bring new money to the sport. Fuck you. There's plenty of money in the sport. Don't listen to them. It's bullshit. Canelo got $365 fucking million. The UFC has a third of all of boxing's roster, okay? A third of all of boxing's roster. Okay? There are more millionaires controlling boxing than there are people controlling the UFC. The UFC sold for fucking $4 billion. Come tell me there's no money in this sport. What the fuck's Eddie Hearn fucking driving, Speaking of which, this was the fucking theme, because Eddie Hearn's a fucking trust fund baby too. Bunch of fucking rape kits walking around. Fucking STD-ridden fucking little rapists. That's what this is. Bunch of little fucking douchebags. Rich assholes that get away with shit. And then we gotta deal with it in this sport. The poor man's sport. We gotta deal with these rich fucking pricks coming in. For fuck's sakes, Vanilla Ice had a celebrity fight. And it was for charity. De La Hoya fought Shaquille O'Neal. I understand the concept of a fucking gimmick fight. The relevance they gave this. The way they talked about it. Even the fucking announcers, man. They kept explaining the sport to all the new viewers. Guess what? There was no fucking new viewers. I don't give a fuck. Mark my words. They're not going to put up the numbers. They're not. They're talking about Google Analytics. Do your homework. Check. Check for yourself. You'll see the analytics are tweaked, man. More people were talking about the fucking Spence car crash than they were talking about this fight. More people were talking about this fight negatively than they were talking positively. Okay? Now, I understand that's the fucking gimmick today, okay? Everyone wants to fucking polarize people, get them fucking angry at each other, so at least they're fucking doing something on social media. But garbage is garbage. You're not gonna fucking get me to say this is good for the sport. Now, this leads me to two guys that I actually kind of know. Two journalists that were working that night, because if you noticed, for that broadcast, it wasn't the usual team. They brought in a couple of new people. So, journalists that have been waiting for their big break finally got a fucking turn at the mic. The only problem is they had to talk positively about this shit. Now, one guy is a bit of a sellout already, okay? He's willing to fucking do radio shows, talking about anything else. He'll do TV shows that are not related to boxing. He's a TV personality. He's got an Actra account, like he's actively trying to be in the industry. That guy asks kind of asshole questions. He likes asking questions that piss people off, okay? And that's his gimmick. That's what he does. And to be fair, he's not a bad dude. Him, I expected it from. I had no problem with him doing it. I had a problem with another guy on there who's a real fucking historian, a guy I respect. I had a real hard time swallowing the fact that I respected someone that was sitting there talking good about this shit. And I know if I cornered him in a fucking room by himself and we talked, he would tell me the truth. But the almighty dollar talks, and this guy's got to pay the rent. I get it, but I don't. This leads me to my little rant here. I'll wrap it up and we'll talk about what's coming up this week. But it made me realize, for a while there, I even applied to a job at ESPN not too long ago. For some reason in my head, I thought, I would still be able to be me and still get hired. I thought that was the whole purpose of social media. Joe Rogan smokes pot and, he's a fucking comedian and it's okay for him to fucking be on the UFC and be on his own podcast and smoke weed. So, it's a new fucking world. I was kind of hoping for Dazn or something, maybe something big like a network or something eventually. But I came to the realization watching my friend sell his soul. Fuck it, I'll starve. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's gonna fucking pay me to tell you guys lies. I got accused this week of being a fucking shill for Punch and Grace. Guess what? They're from here. Even if they didn't help me out, which they do occasionally, Even if they didn't help me out, I would be talking about them. Fucking Yvon Michel doesn't allow me at his fucking shows because I talk the fucking truth. And I still talk about his fucking fighters. Why? Because they're from here and I respect what they fucking do. That's what I fucking do. Okay? Now I tell everybody from the start, I fucking named myself Manny Montreal because I'm gonna fucking rep the fighters that are from Montreal and that are from Canada. We are under fucking utilized, under fucking looked, just bypassed entirely in regular fucking media. The only time you'll see a lot of media is when there's some bullshit. I always talk about the undercards. I always talk about the up-and-comers. I always talk positively. When people ask me if I thought David Lemieux versus Triple G, I told them the truth. I said, listen, he's in a tough fight. I don't think he'll win, but I want him to. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me acknowledging that Triple G was more than likely going to be the superior fighter that night. But there's nothing wrong with me giving David his fucking chance, as he should. Everybody deserves a fair fucking shake. Have you not watched the fucking fight? Have you not thought you saw a sure fucking thing blow up in your fucking face? Of course, that's this fucking sport. That's why you don't talk shit about anybody. It's real fucking easy. It's not complicated. Just don't talk shit. You can say another guy's better than the other guy without talking shit. It's doable. Bunch of fucking pussy-ass motherfuckers. You know, I remember a lot of people coming after me because I criticized the Dragon. I got nothing but respect for the guy. And today, he realizes it himself. And we got love for each other. We're buddies. It took him a while, and I understand it. He's a fighter. I was talking about him. It can be personal. I understand that. But his fans, I mean, come on, man. I never talked shit about the guy. I never called him a fucking useless fighter. Never called him a bum. Never said he was no good. Didn't say he didn't win any rounds. I didn't do any of that shit. And I never fucking will. Okay? Punch and Grace, Ida Tiger, have only given me enough to sustain me, to keep me going for the next one. Okay? And I respect them for doing that. Okay? Because they know they're not just going to fucking outright buy me. But they want me to keep coming. They want me to keep talking. So they help me out every now and then. Which, by the way, leads me to my next point. Guess who the fuck's going to California? That's right. Me. Why? Because I won a fucking contest doing the fucking Punch and Grace show that didn't pay me shit. I spent my afternoon and gave them my picks 6 months ago. They made me fucking pick hockey teams. I know fuck all about hockey teams and picked all the Canadian teams. Somehow I got fucking lucky and beat the fucking opposition. I won a trip. Now, the truth is, I didn't bring it up again because they didn't bring it up again. And I didn't want to be that guy to be like, hey, where's my fucking trip? Well, I got the news this week. Eve Ulysses is fighting in fucking California, and yours truly is going to be along for the ride. They're paying for the hotel, they're giving me a fucking per diem, they're paying for the fucking flight. I am doing this on my own. Despite the rent not being fucking paid, I'm going to fucking go. I've never been to California. There's great boxing in California. There's all kinds of fucking boxing places I can go check out. Gyms I could fucking maybe go see. Fighters I'm gonna get to meet. I'm so fucking happy. Now the truth is, shit's been really fucking rough for me lately. And when I say that these people give me gas to keep me going, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I was fucking near the end. Shit's really fucking bad right now. And that gave me a little more juice to keep fucking doing this, okay? He keeps breathing fucking air in my lungs, okay? I'm appreciative of it, because I'm not asking for it. It's not a fucking handout, and he's not trying to buy me outright. So I got nothing but fucking love and respect for them, because they get what the fuck I'm about. I'm a bit of a fucking nutcase, I admit it, but I won't fucking lie to you guys. Bottom line is, I won't fucking lie to you guys. Somebody's gotta fucking tell you the truth about this shit, okay? It's a fucking dirty sport. It hurts sometimes. But we can tell the truth and be positive about things. You don't have to be a piece of shit to get your fucking point across, okay? Shit posts won't help you. I don't know how many fucking people I had to block this week, man. It was fucking retarded. It was off the fucking chain. Now, that brings me to my last point before we talk about the fucking shit that's going down upcoming. For real, 100% for real, I didn't get any new followers. I fucking hashtagged the shit out of this KSI thing. I engaged the fucking KSI fan base. And yeah, no, don't have any new fans. I'm pretty confident all the fucking people that fucking got paid to fucking talk positively about this, that somehow work for Dazn or work for somebody that works for the promotion and they can't fucking find themselves in a situation to talk badly about it. I understand. But here's the thing, okay? No one fucking believes you, okay? Because none of you have extra followers, okay? Go look at the announcers. Go look at the announcers' Instagrams. Go look at the announcers' fucking Twitter. Go look at Eddie Hearns. They haven't gone up. The analytics didn't fucking go up. There isn't no... listen, man, I know they're not going to put the fucking numbers up because there isn't more fucking subscribers, okay? People fucking steal links, man, okay? This is the generation of the net. You think they fucking signed up with their fucking PayPal accounts for $11 for one fight? No. Fuck no. They stole a link. They shared it on Facebook. They FaceTimed their friends. That shit was everywhere. And speaking of the crowd, by the way, fucking disgrace. Fucking porn stars pissing in the fucking aisles. Like, what the fuck? There was no fights or anything, but fuck, man, that was fucking miles of douche. If a bomb would have went off in that fucking room, I think the planet would have been a better place. Holy fuck, were there some fucking entitled fucking rich kids in that crowd. Holy shit. Fucking Bieber, the king of them, showed up. That's when you know your biggest star is Justin Bieber and Dazn, or whatever the fuck his name is. The guy that's trying to be the Hugh Hefner of fucking 2019. Bunch of fucking rape kits and STDs everywhere. Just everywhere. Grossness. Okay, I can't talk about that shit no more. Okay, let's just check real quick if there's any fucking questions. Boop, 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 boop. I had no idea who they were. Yeah, okay. Kenneth, radio, I kind of expected it though. It's part of his shtick. I got no issues with him. Go to Disneyland. No, I don't think so, man. I haven't paid the rent in 2 months. I'm going to fucking California with $0 in my pocket. 100%. You guys can follow along. I'm going to try and fucking use as much free Wi-Fi as fucking humanly possible. But trust me, I'm not going to Disneyland. I'll go visit a boxing gym. I'll try and find a fucking statue or something. Maybe if I'm close, I don't know where the fuck I'll be staying. But if I'm close, I'd like to go check out the pine tree. If you know what pine tree I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. Don't worry, Tanner. I'm going to get to the fucking boogeyman in a minute. Can't fucking miss the boogeyman. What the fuck's wrong with you? Alright, I'm so happy this fucking fight's over. And P.S. one last thing about that fight. If you realized, okay, both guys finished that fight. The dude who won was like, fuck this shit. Never doing this again. Okay? They're talking about it's a good pro debut. That's it. You'll never fucking see him in a ring again. Fuck no. That was way too fucking hard. Pussy. Okay. Let's go to this Thursday. We got boxing, folks. There's plenty of fucking boxing. I got like 12, 15 fucking cards to talk to you guys about. I'm fucking my man Ryan Ford with the fucking comment. Boom. Of course Ryan Ford fucking got it. Of course fucking Ryan Ford got it. Okay. By the way, Ryan Ford's fight got pushed back. Looks like he's going to be fighting in Canada, which is the fucking bright side of the whole fucking thing. So good on fucking KO Boxing. Hopefully they find him a fucking suitable opponent and he can get it on before the fucking year ends. Now, okay, on to this week. Belasco Theater, Golden Boy Boxing. It's going to be on Dazn. It's going to be on Facebook. Solid card, okay? Black Magic, super welterweight, Travel Mazion. Check him out. I like this kid. I really like him. He's 15-0. He's fighting Diego Cruz. It's going to be a solid fight. The main event in that, Carlos Morales versus Mercito Gesta. Both guys got a couple losses on their record, but trust me, this is going to be a fucking fantastic lightweight fight. It's a perfect thing for Thursday night. Belasco Theater, Golden Boy Boxing. Friday, real quick, little shout out. Friday afternoon, if you get a chance, there's some boxing in France. There's going to be a link on Facebook. If you don't find it, hit me up. I will give it to you. There is a WBA Super Cruiserweight title on there. There's a WBC Youth Super Middleweight title on there I got my eye on. But more importantly, Super Welterweight Ahmed Al-Mousasi, who I've seen here in Montreal spar a few times. I got a really cool story that if ever one day I get to write a tell-all book about my fucking adventures, I got a hell of an adventure with that dude. But that being said, also looking into the super welterweight fight between Michael Soro and Cedric Vitu. Just trust me on it. If you get a chance, watch it. Okay, yeah. Friday afternoon from the UK. It's going to be on ESPN. I don't know if TSN's showing it. It's not on the schedule just yet, but hit me up. If there's a link, I'll send it to you. It's a solid card. Real quick. Lightweight Natasha Jones. She's going to be fighting a girl who's 3-3, so who cares? Lightweight Terry Flanagan. I like the dude. He's got a couple losses, but he's in a tough fight. Jairo Duran, 14-6, but trust me, the guy's a fucking crafty motherfucker. Lightweight Gerald Carroll. Martin Murray, super middleweight. I love Martin Murray. If you don't know Martin Murray, go pick up his book, From Fucking Criminal to Fucking Father of the Year. Super dude. I wish him nothing but fucking good. Martin Murray, man. I would love for this guy to fucking fight over here. As a super middleweight, there's a few guys I could think of that could probably do that work. That being said, also super middleweight fight, Rocky Fielding versus Paziwapazi. That's right, Paziwapazi. It's Abdallah Paziwapazi. He's 26-6. I don't know much about him, but if I say his name again, I think my head will explode. Okay. Alright. Friday night, Vegas. It's going to be on Showtime. I don't think TSN's going to show this. It's a little card, but Ortiz versus Palmeira, it's a super welterweight fight. It's a welterweight fight, but it's a really good welterweight fight. The reason I'm bringing up this card is Canadian Zolt Dariani's going to be fighting. They haven't announced his opponent yet. He's 15-0. He's been a little inactive, promoter issues and whatnot. Here's hoping he gets to fight. Friday, Salt Lake City, UFC Fight Pass or the Fight app. Junior Fa versus Devin Vargas. Junior Fa's 18-0 as a heavyweight. He's got, I think, 10 knockouts. There's also a 15-0 heavyweight on here fighting. It's an interesting little card. Friday night from Salt Lake City on UFC Fight Pass. Saturday the 16th. Another card from France. Just real quick, I want to mention it. It's going to be going down in the afternoon. Where is this guy's name? Where is he? That's it. Super middleweight Kevin Sajo. He's fighting for the WBA Intercontinental Super Middleweight title. He's 13-0. I got my eye on him. He's fighting Mancia. It's an interesting fight. It's going down in France. If you're doing nothing Saturday afternoon, you could do that. Germany, there's going to be a link for this. You're going to have to hit me up because they're always last minute with this. But there's a cruiserweight titles on the line. There's some light heavyweight titles on the line. The WBA World Light Heavyweight title. The WBO World Light Heavyweight title. Boxeo versus Formling. And cruiserweight Joe Jones versus, I can't even say this guy's last name, so Jurgen. They're fighting for the WBC Youth, the IBF Youth, and the WBO Youth Cruiserweight titles. Both these guys are guys I'd like to see against the Canadian bruiser, Ryan Rodzicki. Alright, hold on, let me spark up again. I bet you a lot of you didn't know about these fights. Those of you that are watching or that are going to watch later, but... Didn't need to light it. Just trust me when I mention fights. I go through this. There's probably 100 other fights going on, but these are the ones you should keep your eye on. Going down in Jamaica. I don't know what the fucking time difference is on this, but it shouldn't be too far off from what we got, okay? Where is he? Heavyweight Vladimir Tereshkin versus Francisco Silvins. Francisco Silvins looks like Anthony Anderson. He's 23-0. And he's fighting Vladimir Tereshkin. It's an interesting heavyweight fight. Both these guys are monsters. And I'd like to put them up against our monster, Arslanbek Makhmudov. There's a super lightweight fight on there, too, for the WBA title. Super lightweight Fika Ribe title. I don't know what the fuck. The WBA's got like 16 fucking titles. No money in boxing. We need new money. There's no money in boxing. 16 fucking titles. Okay, Mexico. Again, Golden Boy. This time, I think it's got to be Facebook only, but maybe it's going to be on Ring TV. Cano versus Ortiz, the WBC International Super Lightweight titles on the line. Oh, fuck, I left my ringer on. Hold on. Alright. Cano versus Ortiz. It's a beautiful super lightweight fight. Golden Boy fighters. They're fighting for the WBC International. You know, maybe in the future. We got a couple super lightweights over here. Not going to say too much. There's some solid fights. It's going down from Mexico. Saturday afternoon, real quick. Real shout out, actually. In the UK, Alex Dilmagani is fighting Francisco Fonseca. Super featherweight fight. It's the IBO World Super Featherweight title on the line. I like Alex. I know some people, you know, he does rub some people the wrong way. He's a bit of, listen, man, I'm a fucking strange duck, so I understand other strange ducks, and, you know, most boxers are strange ducks. That's the way it works. Also going down in the UK, Scotland, actually, MTK and ESPN, Top Rank, are bringing you a couple fights. Nothing too crazy. Lee McGregor, if you don't know him, he's 7-0. He's fighting for the Commonwealth Bantamweight title. He's fighting Farouk. I'm not going to say his first name, but it's a solid little card. Again, it's going to be on ESPN in the afternoon on Saturday. On USA and Fight Saturday night. Bet you nobody told you about this. Bet you I'm the person that told you about this. Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi to be exact, on the Fight app, FITE. There's a card going down, bunch of guys that are 1-0 and 2-0, but more importantly, welterweight Artem Lobov. If you don't know him, that's basically Conor McGregor's lackey. He's 2-0. He's fighting Jason Knight, who's 0-1. Lobov actually had a couple bare knuckle fights too. I don't know if this is a bare knuckle. I think this is bare knuckle. It's bare knuckle. You know what? We were forced to talk about fucking KSI and Logan Paul. I'm going to start talking about bare knuckle boxing. It's better than that shit. And I'm not crazy about bare knuckle boxing, but Artem Lobov, Saturday. Okay. Yeah, alright. This Saturday, a little closer to home, Brampton. Brampton. United Boxing Promotions. Tyler Buxton, Don McDonald, bringing back Brandon Cook versus Zuniga. Zuniga's 16-5. It's a comeback fight. A lot of people wanted me to talk trash about this fight, but I'm not gonna fucking do it. It is what it is. If he puts together 3-4 fights like this, then maybe we can get upset about something. But I mean, the guy's coming off a pretty fucking tough fight, so give him a fucking break. It's his hometown. Let him have a fucking fight. Also on there, Sandeep Bhatti. He's fighting Hector Santana. Santana's got fucking 35 fights, and Sandeep's got 6. Now, a lot of people would have said his opponent's 26-9 and he's on a losing streak and he never beat anybody. Motherfucker's got 35 pro fights. He's fighting a kid who's got 6-0. It's not a mismatch. This is the game. It makes sense. If Sandeep here is supposed to beat him, okay? We're supposed to test our fighters and figure out what they're capable of, you know? I say it all the fucking time. I'm not afraid to declare when I think we have a fighter from here that can become a world champion. Same goes if I think the fighter will win a bunch of world championships or could win a couple world championships. If I think a fighter can maybe get himself a title shot. Or if I think a fighter will be a national champion. There's nothing wrong with being Canadian champ. You can have an entire fucking career and never fight on the world stage. Okay? But there's levels to this fucking game. And you're not gonna fucking globetrot the world and fight for titles all the fucking time unless you got the fucking goods. And we won't know if you got the goods unless we put you in some fucking fights against guys that have 35 fucking fights. So, that's the way the fucking game works. Also on there, super middleweight, Ryan Young, Josh O'Reilly, Brock Strumpf, Mark Smither, I don't know him, Jordan McHugh, don't know him either. But, bunch of Canadian boys. There's an international IBA. What the fuck's an IBA? Fucking Sandeep's fucking for an IBA. I hope they are not fucking taking fucking sanctioning fees. The IBA is not a real title, Sandeep. Don't be fucking paying them a fucking penny. Don't be fucking paying no hotel rooms and shit. It's not worth it. Nobody recognizes this title. Trust me, if I don't recognize it, the real people don't recognize it. It'll be a cool trinket for you to try and get some more sponsors and bait some fucking dumb journalists. But other than that, it's not worth money, okay? So don't spend big fucking money on that. Alright. Let's talk about news. We'll talk about news and then we'll talk about what we can look forward to. Shaquille Finn, man. I'm gonna do an interview with him real soon, hopefully. And we're gonna fucking go over what the last couple months have been like for this guy. But he hasn't fucking said a peep, but it's been a roller coaster. That phone's been ringing, and he's gotten the weirdest fucking last minute offers and, pullouts of fights that he said yes to. Just proof, I go through these things with these fighters and I see what they go through. So I know what the fuck entails in this game. That's why it upsets me when bullshit happens. Okay? This guy's fucking fighting hard to fucking put fights together. So now he's going to Poland. 2 weeks from now. Fuck, I gotta get over there, man. 29 years old. My man's 21 victories, 15 KOs. One of his losses, I don't really count. One of his losses, he didn't show up for. His draw wasn't a draw. Sorry, Dario. My man's been in the ring fucking 24 times. Gonna have his 25th fight in Poland, okay? When he started off his career, he was okay with traveling. He went all the way to fucking Baltimore. He fought everywhere he could before he got signed to a promoter. And now that he's a free agent, he's back on that grind. He's got a big fight lined up. Hopefully everything works out with it, man, and we can fucking just get him working before the year ends. Get him fucking, keep his ranking at least, so we can fucking bring in some more fights. Eve Ulysses also fighting December 5th. Orange County, California. I gotta do some research and see what's around Orange County. But, he's main eventing. A lot of people are like, oh, his opponent's trash. Like, fuck you. Okay? It's a fight, man. You don't know what the fuck. His opponent might fucking do some fucking damage, man. Okay? And don't think for a second Eve Ulysses is not showing up with his fucking shit sharpened. Because he'll be fucking ready. He's gonna take this with all the seriousness that it deserves. He understands, Golden Boy, putting a Canadian in Orange County as the main event isn't the usual fucking route. And Eve Ulysses is not the usual kind of fighter. Trust me, like I was saying before, I got no fear in saying it. Future world champ, future multiple world champ if the fucking stars align right. Yves Ulysses is Canada's best fucking boxer. Bar fucking none. At me, comment if you want. Be fucking nice, because I won't take no fucking bullshit. Alright, that being said, I want to just bring up Tyson Caves fighting November 21st. He's fighting for the WBC International Super Bantamweight title. He never lost his title, in my opinion. I will continue to say it, because that's who the fuck I am. Calgary's got some fights going down on the 23rd. Devin Reddy, Candy Wyatt. November 23rd, Niagara Falls. Lucas Batty's back in action. A couple young fighters on there. Kevin Hegson is fighting Ortiz. Listen, Niagara Falls is a great fucking demographic. I keep telling people in the boxing world they need to go to fucking Niagara Falls. Antonio Napolitano. I'm sorry, man. I should know better. I grew up around Italians. But Antonio's fighting Kenny Cherry. My man Kenny's the professor. Student of the game. This is a proper fight. 4-0 fighter. My man Kenny's 2-3. He's had some rough ones. He's never really been beat up. Okay? He's lost. He's never been beat up. So, he's come to the game a little later in life, and that's okay. I'm with Kenny on this one. I know him. He's from here. That's what the fuck I do. Also, Quebec City. Michael Zuzki's fighting Suarez. Tiquer is fighting Suarez for the IBF title. Suarez's record's not all that great. It's a defense for Mariev. It's a chance for her to get some fans. I wish her well. Michael Zuzki's fighting Davila, sorry. Davila is 19-0, okay? With 2 draws. Now, if you've watched me before, you'll understand draws are a sign of a fighter being tough as shit. Okay? The more draws a fighter has, the more fucked up that fighter is to fight. That being said, his opponents only fought in Mexico. And there are some weird fights. Like his last fight, it was against a guy that was 3-3. That doesn't really make sense, considering he's fighting Zuzki, who's 33-1. But before that, he fought a guy that was 23-3, 15-4, 19-4, 26-5, 12-6. Listen, Zuzki is a fucking A-caliber fighter. Deserves to be on the world stage. Should not be fighting in Quebec City. Should not be with Groupe Yvon Michel. Should be signed to a big American name, but it is what it is. Some fucked up times. Welterweight, Sébastien Bouchard versus Ayaz Hussein. Ayaz making a comeback to the ring as well. His brother made an unsuccessful comeback recently. I like Ayaz. I like Sébastien. This is a solid fight considering Sébastien hasn't been that active either. It's for the IBF North American welterweight title. You know what? For Bouchard, who's been fucking patient waiting for fights, I'm happy there's a title on here. And I guess the title was worth it for Ayaz to come back. So, it is what it is. Next up, Seyi Dieudonné versus Devin Tomko. 7-0 versus 7-0. Devin Tomko is a fucking truck. And Seyi is like a precision Ferrari. So, we'll get to see who's got the nuts in this one. Because both guys got a little bit of hype. Both guys get talked about. Both guys are interesting super middleweights. Dieudonné somehow pieces out Devin Tomko, then he's worth the hype. Devin Tomko fucking smashes Seyi, then Devin Tomko's worth all the hype. Welterweight Chan Tonson's fighting Dave LeBlanc. Yann Pellerin's fighting, maybe. Marie-Pierre Hull, gonna be in her 3rd fight. Simon-Pierre Adé. He's coming back. I like that dude. He's an interesting cat. Light heavyweight. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me put some fucking... Alright. Been going long on this one, guys. Thanks for those of you that fucking been hanging in. But I know I've been fucking... Verbal diarrhea, man. It's not my fault. Fucking, they made me fucking talk about it. Edmonton, Alberta, there's some fights going down. No one fucking opponents announced yet, so we'll wait and see if that card actually happens. No offense. December 7th, boxing is back at the Bell Center. 5,000 tickets. They put a limit on it. I'm confident they're over the 4,000 something mark, alright. I'm pretty confident they're going to open more tickets, probably open up another section. It was smart, you know. By making it limited, he made it more exclusive and people kind of rushed to buy it. So it was a smart move. He put the ticket sales headache behind them quick. And the truth is, they can always open up more seats. So why the fuck not? That being said, if you can't make it out to Montreal, if you can't be at the Bell Center, which, by the way, I will be back from California by then, and I will go to this as well. That's how fucking lucky I am. Solid card: Kim Clavel, Metzer Germain, Rafi Corchain, Avery Martin Duval. This is a new one. We're adding this. I didn't talk about it last week. Featherweight: Martine Valliere-Bisson. They haven't found her opponent yet. She's making her debut. If you know her from the amateurs, I liked her. I liked her when I watched her fight only a couple times, but I liked her. I was like, okay, maybe. And sure enough, here she is. So, I wish her well on her debut. I'll be there to watch it. Lexon Metzer, hopefully going to be fighting for an NABF junior super middleweight title. He's a young pup, 7-0, just a really interesting super middleweight. Sadruddin Akhmedov, soldier of Kazakhstan, 10-0. He's fighting Villa Lobos. Villa Lobos is 12-5, but pay attention. He's got 2 draws. Tough, gritty motherfucker. You know, if Akhmedov should get a decision over this guy, a clear decision. But if he wants to impress people, he'll close the show on him. Heavyweights. We got 3 fucking heavyweight fights. 3 fucking heavyweight fights. 3 good heavyweight fights. Do you understand what the fuck I'm saying? You won't hear those words often. You're not gonna go to a card where there's 3 fucking really good heavyweight fights. It's not gonna happen. Not here, not in the States, not China, not in Russia. It just doesn't happen. This is a fucking thing of... this is a freak of nature. That being said, Simon Keane fighting Liakovic. Liakovic is a tough customer. Simon Keane, you know, just did tremendous against Dylan Carmen. So looking to continue that fucking rhythm. The boogeyman, Adam Braywood. If boxers were spirit animals, I would choose Adam Braywood. He's fighting a guy who's 17-3. Neufeld. Oh shit, man. Wata? Ouatah. I hope I'm saying it right. He's a Frenchman from France. 6'6". I don't know his weight, but he looks in shape. So this isn't some potato bag here coming to fight. He won his last fight by KO. He's had a no decision, which is interesting, okay? Usually that means that shit got fucked up in the fight. So, you know, maybe he's a scrappy lad. I gotta do a bit more homework on this guy, but he's fought mostly in France and in Germany, I see. You know, the opposition hasn't been fucking horrible either. He lost to Junior Fa by TKO, the guy I mentioned a little earlier in the show. He was on a tear before that, and then boom. He also lost to the reptile, Johan Duhaupas, who, by the way, announced his retirement, ruining all my hopes of seeing him here in Quebec. But, yeah. You know, fuck, I kind of feel bad for him, because it's a long way to come from France to go home with a fucking headache. Adam Braywood. Alright. Also, Arslanbek Makhmudov, Samuel Peter. Samuel Peter. That's right, you heard me. The Nigerian Nightmare. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, did you see his last fight? I'm like, yeah, it wasn't great. I know. Yeah, the guy's 38-8. Yeah, I know. Yes, he's towards the end of his career. That's why this is only for an NABF title. Thing is, he's got a rock made of fucking concrete. And Arslanbek has mauled and disfigured and injured all previous opponents. So, if we want to see something that lasts more than 3 fucking rounds, they gotta find someone that's big and durable. And that was the quest here. Okay? It wasn't to find an undefeated guy like him and try and fucking get a world title or something. They needed an NABF title. There's a fucking procedure to things. The guy's 9-0. They're bringing him up right. He's got the right fucking team behind him. He's got the right fucking coach behind him. So don't worry. Samuel Peters is a durable customer. If our man Arslanbek fucking puts Samuel Peter away, trust me, they're gonna write about it a little bit everywhere. His last fight was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia against Huey Fury. It was a TKO. It wasn't really a TKO. It was some sloppy, weird shit. There's a fucking asterisk on it. They're trying to reverse it. It was a weird fucking fight. Okay? He fought in a bar in Tijuana before that. Fucking KO'd a guy. He fought Mario Heredia. Okay? If you're like, who's Mario Heredia? We saw him recently. I saw him recently on Facebook, last week actually. Listen, the point is, he's fought the guys he's lost to. Kubrat Pulev. Okay? Huey Fury, but like I said, that was just a weird, fucked up fight. Heredia, Robert Helenius, who's another guy I would love to see, fucking giant fucking Viking. And he lost to Klitschko. Okay? That was in fucking 2010. He took 3 years off from 2016 to 2019. His last fight was against Huey Fury. I bet you fucking dollars to donuts Arslanbek does better than fucking Huey Fury. If it was good enough for Huey Fury, it was good enough for fucking Arslanbek. The Lion's gonna maul a fucking Nigerian nightmare. That's what's up. Last but not least, the cherry on the fucking sundae. The star. Frank Sinatra. The leader of the Rat Pack, if you will. The Charles Aznavour of boxing. David Lemieux. Fighting Max Bursak. He's gone up to super middleweight. He's looking fantastic, okay? If you know, in his previous fights, his Instagram usage would go down, okay? You wouldn't see a lot of stuff about David training and whatnot before his fights. He's been on the fucking shit all the time now because the guy just looks in fucking tremendous shape, okay? Doesn't have to fucking kill himself to make weight anymore. I predict he is going to have a phenomenal fight. Okay? Everyone's going to be saying these words, okay? The French media and all the fucking press are going to be saying these words. David is back. Now, what's he back from? I'm not quite sure because I don't think he ever fucking left. But the point is, he's going to give a fucking tremendous performance because I think he's going to feel fucking great for the first time in a long time. And I think he's going to show it to everybody. I am very thankful to this dude, Max Bursak, coming out and giving fucking David his first shot at fucking super middleweight. He's a 35-year-old Ukrainian fucking hard ass, okay? This guy comes from fucking shitty parts of fucking Ukraine, okay? Fucking lost a unanimous decision to Gilbert Ramirez, okay? Who else did he lose to? Lost to Zach Dunn, who's a Australian kid who's 17-0, who's a real big super middleweight. I think this is the perfect fight. This guy's got the proper record. He's on a winning streak since 2017. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fights in the books. 35-5, and guess what? 2. He's got fucking draws. Like I said, pay attention. When a fighter's got draws, it means he's a fucking hard ass. That being said, David Lemieux's gonna look fucking fantastic. That's my prediction. That's it for the fights. That's it for the news. That's it for everything. Let's just check if you guys got some last fucking sentences here. Go to Ward Canelo Nareg Afarian. Sorry I didn't answer you right away. But it's not happening. If you go to Andre Ward's Instagram, he already responded. He is not interested in that fight. And kudos to him. Listen, 5-time champion, 2 weight categories, undefeated. Why the fuck come back? Fuck that. No, you got your health, you got money, you got a fucking beautiful gig, and guys like me respect you in this boxing game. Andre Ward is quite possibly my new Harold Lederman. Alright. Dustin. Alright. Thanks, Dustin. Thanks. Thanks again. Not sure when I'm leaving for Cali. I still got to get all my information from these guys. But like I said, I got informed that was going to be the trip that I won. I knew I won something, but I didn't know when they were going to pull the trigger on it. And I didn't want to try and force the issue. I'm super pleased it worked out that it was Eve Ulysses. Oddly enough, Butler's going to Japan after that, and Bazinian's supposed to have a fight announced soon, probably in the same area and in the same timeline. But I'm happy it's Eve Ulysses. Okay. Hey, Travell Mazion, what's up, man? Fuck, that's cool as shit, man. Thank you, brother. Respect. I'll be watching your fight. I'll definitely be watching your fight, man. My man Kenneth. Alright, me and Kenneth talk even off camera. We message each other about boxing, so we'll talk. I've been on this shit for too long. Guys, it's been fun. It's been a fucked up week. Final note, man. We've got too many boxers dying, and not just that, ending their careers broke or injured for life. Okay? There's plenty of money. I don't want to hear fucking people talk about we need new money, we need new subscribers. No, you do because you signed a contract with them because they'll fucking can you and deal directly with De La Hoya or Bob Arum or whoever if there isn't enough subscribers, because your job's to get subscribers. Our job is to fucking watch or not. There's too many fucking fighters ending up with sad stories. And I'm fed up with journalists writing stories when they bump into them or find them or feel bad for them. I think journalists should write stories about the fact that there's no union, there's no healthcare, there's no retirement plan. And if you got a shitty promoter, you're fucked. So basically, unless you're dealing with Camilla Stefan or Al Heyman, your bank account's going to suffer and you're not going to be taken care of. That's what I think. Guys, as usual, I know none of you have fucking done it because nobody's fucking sent me any proof. But I give you guys homework assignments on these videos. Which, by the way, I'm going to try and upload everywhere. I'm going to put it on my IG. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to try and put it on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. I won't delete it after 48 hours. Fuck it. I think this one was too good to fucking delete afterwards. Homework assignment. 2 things. Find a random person you're crossing the street against, the crossing guard, depanneur owner, cab driver, bus driver, the secretary at work, your teacher, whoever, I don't give a fuck. Ask them if they like boxing. No matter what the fuck they answer, then tell them, go check out Manny Montreal. That's all you gotta fucking do. Homework assignment, folks. Please, somebody fucking hand it in already. I want to see somebody send me a message telling me they fucking did it. Share this fucking thing. Throw up a like. Do all that shit that was important and made KSI a fucking fight. That's it for me, guys. Keeping it real and staying broke. I'll see you guys on the next one.